That's what Jesus was talking about when he talked about the spiritual, that the spirit coming back and finding the house swept and clean and empty. It came out of nowhere. It was a parable in one of the Gospels. He was not talking about the demons that he was casting out of people. He didn't say demon. He didn't say demonii, the Greek word. He said when the house was empty. Honestly, I think he just said spirit. I may be wrong about that. Came back, found the house all empty, swept clean, but it was empty. You all got deliverance. See? You succeeded in ridding yourself of the negative energies, but you never filled yourself up with Christ. He was talking to the Jews. Not that it was even possible. I don't even think it's possible to completely rid yourself of the negative energies, but it was a parable because the Jews believed that it was possible. And that's a lesson in itself. If you're trying to get a message to somebody, if your motive is right, and well, in our case, it has to be God sending you. So, of course, Jesus' motives were right. His motives always were to save the Pharisees. It's unfortunate the way the New Testament is understood. It was always his intention to save the Jews. He went to his own people to save them. And he gave them a parable. He said, you think, this is what he was thinking. And this is me thinking what he was thinking, of course. He gave them a parable. He said, he's thinking, you think that you're clean. Didn't Jesus say that to the Pharisees? You think you're clean. Okay, so I'm going to talk to you like you are clean. Because if I don't talk to you like you're clean, you won't listen to me at all. So here's a parable for you. You're completely clean. You succeeded in cleaning out the house. There's no negative energy in you at all. And a spirit's going to come along and say, an empty house. I shall enter in. I was kicked out before, or my predecessor was kicked out before. This time I'm coming back in with 7 more wicked. What does that mean? What does that mean? He's coming back in with the 7 separate. What are the 7 separate? That's the mother, the supernal mother, with the 6 of the son. You put the female and the male together, you've got a form of eternal life, a grade of eternal life. You've got power to create this world. So what did the Jews have? The Jews had the law. They had the power of the law. So let's look at it in terms of they had Malkut. They had the lowest sefer. They're the lowest sefer. So if they cleanse themselves of the lowest aspect of the part of them. I don't know. They don't believe in the first Adam, so I'm not sure how to say it. But they cleansed themselves. They cleansed themselves of what was unclean. But all that they had was the first Sefer Malkut. So that whatever it was that they cast out, however it would be expressed in Kabbalistic terms, I'm not sure. They would just say the evil inclination. So he's coming back, and this time he's not just going to be one. He's not just going to be one Sefer. He's coming back with the full 7, the full 6 Sefer of the 6 joined to his mother. You know what that is? The scripture only, the book of Revelation only goes so far as 666. It doesn't even talk about the 7. Because I don't think Jesus will allow it to get to that. Do you have a clue as to what kind of power we're talking about? By putting the 6 of the son and the power of the mother together? If Lucifer ever came into that kind of power, there'd be nothing left. And Lucifer is moving to that kind of power. That's why the UN is talking about up to 95% of humanity being destroyed. They just want enough slaves that we should be like a herd that they can have humans to sacrifice and eat from. So I believe that there are people with the 6th Sefer of Lucifer right now. What they haven't connected with yet is the 7th level. So everything's coming to a head very soon.